Covering the community, events, and people of Georgia, Carolina. This is the Means Report. Here is Brad Means.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Means Report. So happy to have you with us on this Sunday where the countdown continues to Masters Week. Hard to believe it is getting this close. Also hard to believe that it is getting this hot outside. I hope you're watching the Means Report in the air-conditioned comfort of your home. And if you're like me, you're avoiding your spouse and all the Masters cleanup duties that usually happen this time of year. So just sit in front of your television, maybe put some earplugs in and try to just get through the next half hour without having any honeydews, because it is starting to get crazy with all the spring cleaning going on in this town. We have so much stuff to talk about today, if you will. A lot of exciting things going on in the CSRA. We're going to cover a health issue, which we always love to do here on the Means Report. We're also going to talk about a part of the CSRA that is continuing to grow by leaps and bounds. You know, Columbia County is a fast-growing county, but Grovetown just really represents that. That city in Georgia is getting bigger and more populated every day. The construction that's happening, the new businesses that are coming, a great time in Grovetown, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. A little bit later, we're going to talk about a new cancer prevention study that is going on right here in the CSRA as well, a study that if you choose, you can take part in. We have a representative of the American Cancer Society here, and she'll tell you all about that exciting research that's being done right here at home. First, though, we want to welcome the mayor of Grovetown, Georgia, George James, on the set of the Means Report. And Mayor James, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule that's getting busier all the time to be with us. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for asking me to be here.
Yes, sir. First question is, how are you doing in Grovetown? Is it really sometimes too much to take in how rapidly your city is growing, or did you know this was coming and y'all are just sort of rolling with it?
Well, we knew growth was coming, but not as quite as much as we thought.
Yeah.
And it takes some work to stay on top of it and make sure that we can handle the growth. And
Mayor, what are you seeing? Are you seeing a lot of Fort Gordon people choosing to call Grovetown home, or people who relocate here for non-military reasons? Is it all different kinds of groups, or would you say, you know, one group is coming to Grovetown more so than any other?
it's really a combination of several things. Of course, Fort Gordon, of course, is a major part of the whole CSRA area, and so we do have a lot of folks that live in Grovetown and work at Fort Gordon. But we find we have a lot of military retirees that love the area, and they make Grovetown their home after they, get out of the military, and they come back here. And we're proud to, be able to say that we have that kind of influence on people throughout all parts of the country. They want to come back and call Grovetown home.
What's the appeal? And I know you probably have a long list of things, but what are some things about your city that you would say makes it a great place to live?
Well, I think, of course, we have the people. We got friendly people.
Oh, yeah.
All throughout the area, we just have good, friendly people. And of course, with Eisenhower Hospital for the military, it's a big plus for them. But we have a lot of medical facilities, I guess, in Augusta. We're very fortunate that we have that. And so I think that's what draws a lot of people to our area. And they like the little small town feel, but to have the things that a bigger city has to offer also.
And you're starting to get more things. The Family Y is coming to Grovetown. How excited are y'all about that? No longer do Grovetown residents have to go to Augusta or Evans to get their exercise. That's
right. Yeah, we're very proud to know that the Y took that much interest in Grovetown, and we're glad to have them coming.
I got to ask you this. We always hear about an outlet mall coming, a big mall coming, perhaps to Grovetown. Do you have any updates on that? Do you know anything about the possibility of an outlet mall coming that you might be able to share? I know it's probably early.
That's a county project that the county's working real hard on and trying to make that happen. And we're kind of excited about it because it's right in our back door. So we definitely want to see it come. So hopefully they can get it all worked out.
What about some of the growing pains that you might be facing? Any challenges that you're seeing with all this growth out in Grovetown? I know Columbia County, as well as the city of Grovetown, law enforcement are hard at work making sure your streets are safe. With this booming population, though, any challenges for you?
Yes, sir. Traffic.
Yeah.
That's our biggest problem that we're dealing with right now. And we're hoping this T-Splosh thing's going to pass, and if it passes, that's a special 1 cent sales tax that will go for improvement of the roads and the conditions of the traffic. And we're hoping that'll pass because that will help us flow our traffic through our city a little better than what it is now. And the folks that are listening that travel through there in the morning and the afternoon know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
And we're working hard and doing all we can to help the flow of traffic go in and out of Grovetown at a good, reasonable rate.
Have you noticed anything from Sunday alcohol sales? Grovetown, the first town on the Georgia side to do that in our area. Have you noticed anything good or bad from that?
It was kind of a surprise to us. I mean, the council and myself and the council, we said, well, we'll put it on the ballot, put it for the people. And it's free, more of a choice, individual choice that people will be able to do. But I guess by being the first one in the area, we were surprised that a lot of the stores called us and says, man, we're doing pretty good business on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, there were reports that people were waiting outside some stores until they opened so they could hurry up. And we interviewed people on the news who had waited and were ready for it.
That's correct. We were shocked by that, really. That caught us off guard.
Well, and now the rest of the CSRA is joining in. It looks like, as far as Augusta at least, looks like April 1st is the target date to have Sunday sales there, just when Masters guests roll into town. And I wanted to ask you about the Masters and what benefits and what kind of activity you see in your city that week.
Well, we always have spring cleanup. You know, we always get ready for anybody that may be staying in our town or coming through our town. We want to make a good impression like everybody else in the area that wants to do that. And other than that, that's pretty much, you know, our forte. All our hotels and motels are at the Bel Air Road exit, which has a Grovetown address, but it's not actually in the city.
I didn't know that. Okay, those are Grovetown addresses right there.
That's correct.
Okay, all right, I was just out there a minute ago.
Yes, sir.
And those stay full, I reckon, that whole week.
Yes, sir. They sure do.
What do you look for the future of Grovetown? We've covered so much growth. I remember it when it was truly just a small town and have seen it boom. What do you see in the future? Are we going to reach a point where are we going to hit a wall, or do you just see the possibilities as limitless?
Well, you know, even though the economy took a downside, we didn't really see that much in Grovetown. This past year alone, we had 317 new homes built in Grovetown. Man. And so far in January, February this year, we have 107 new homes that have been permitted to be built in Grovetown. So things are going to continue. Things are really going good for us. I know the economy is down in some areas, but you can't prove it when you come to Grovetown, because we're constantly just making improvements there. We're getting a lot of businesses now that are showing interest in Grovetown. You know, when you have the rooftops, you bring in the businesses. And before, probably out of every 5 requests that we had was from developers that wanted to build houses. Yep. About 5 out of 6. Now it's getting to where probably after the last 6 people I've talked to, 4 of them have been developers that want to bring in restaurants and want to bring other things into town. So we like to hear that. That's very good.
Is there a part of Grovetown that you're pushing people, or if a business owner is watching and wants to set up shop there, wants to take advantage of that traffic, is there a part of the area that you would favor right now, or is anywhere good?
Well, right now the major commercial corridor is Wrightsboro Road in Grovetown. That is really starting to take off and boom, and we have some national chains that show some interest in that area there. And we're working, putting our old downtown back together again. Yeah. You know, our old downtown all disappeared. Our depot went away years ago. Our old hotel burnt to the ground years ago. All the old stores just disappeared over the years. And so now we're putting a plan together where we can redevelop our old downtown district and put things in there that will bring people back to that area and want to shop there and just, you know, want to do things of that nature. We got to offer something that Walmart doesn't necessarily offer.
Right, even though that's great.
That's it.
And people love Walmart being there. So would you say that even with all the amenities of this revamped downtown, just looking down the road, will it still have that feel maybe of days gone by in Grovetown, even though it might be new, kind of a tribute to the past?
That's our intention. That's our idea. Our idea is to have a design to where it looks like it's been there for a long time, and try to, you know, bring that atmosphere back. You know, not just modern. You know, not make a modernized version of what it used to be. But kind of, you know, we love our neighbor Harlem.
Yeah.
You know, they're very fortunate. They still got their old downtown, and they've done a great job with Oliver Hardy Festival.
They sure have.
And we got a Heritage Festival that we do now every year, and so we're looking for that too. But you know, we want to bring back the old downtown district and kind of give it an appearance of been there a while. We don't want nothing new.
I didn't want to let you get away without talking about the Heritage Festival. Can you tell folks when that's coming up? Because a lot of people use that as their perhaps only chance out of the year to go to Grovetown and visit. And they're going to notice how much things are changing and see a lot of the stuff that you've talked about in person. Tell us about that.
Yes, you'd be surprised. Chamber of Commerce had a thing at our Liberty Park several months back. And people came out and people go, man, I hadn't been to Grovetown in a long time. I didn't even recognize it.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lot of things have changed. Heritage Festival, if I got my dates right, is the third Saturday in April. And so
it's
we're
here.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're actually doing something different this year. We're moving it from our downtown around the city hall. We're moving out to Liberty Park. We're going to try that this year and see how that goes. See if people might not like it better in that area there, in that kind of atmosphere. So we're going to experiment with it just a little bit and see what happens.
Well, it sounds like things are going along well. Are you excited about the future, looking forward to what it holds, and especially you being a part of it? Are you looking forward to that?
I am. I feel very honored. I grew up in Grovetown. I feel very honored to be able to represent the people, you know, in a town that, of course, I grew up in. And we're working real hard. You know, years ago, if you've been around a long time, you know, Grovetown was always considered Trailer City, USA. And so we're working on a lot of the blighted areas in our city. We're working real hard to improve that. Because, you know, we want everybody to come to Grovetown, be proud of it. You know, we don't want nobody to kind of shy and say, "Oh, I'm from Grovetown." You know,
right.
I want them to be proud of it.
You're darn right. Yeah, they're proud of it now.
That's right. You know,
and I think it says a lot too that they elected a hometown person to be mayor, even with all the newness that we've talked about, even with all the new faces in that part of Columbia County. The voters still turned to somebody who knows the area and chose you to lead it. So congratulations on that, and especially congratulations on everything that's going on.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you for having us here.
Absolutely. April 3rd, Heritage Festival. We'll make sure everybody goes and checks out the new and improving Grovetown. Mayor James, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Mayor George James of Grovetown. When we come back, a cancer prevention study important for your health, perhaps the health of a loved one, and you can take part in it. We'll tell you how when the Means Report continues. Stay with us.